What up YouTube, I am your host ProfessorStix, back at it again with another Call of Duty Warzone video. Today we're going to be comparing the new buffed Milano and the Mac-10. We'll be looking at the stats, I'll be sharing with you guys the recoil pattern, and we'll be looking at the best attachments. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I make Warzone tips and tricks videos, and I compare the best weapons to Warzone. Let's get into it. When we're looking at the weapon stats, the Milano has an ADS speed of 165 milliseconds and a movement speed of 5.07 meters per second. The Mac-10 has an ADS speed of 167 milliseconds and a movement speed of 5.08 meters per second. The Milano has a reload speed of 2.2 seconds and a rate of fire of 596 rounds per minute. The Mac-10 has a reload speed of 2 seconds and a rate of fire of 1,108 rounds per minute. Now the Milano is pretty comparable with the Mac-10. I mean, looking at the ADS speed, the movement speed, they're pretty much on par with the Mac-10. Unfortunately though, that rate of fire does hurt the Milano in terms of being a forgivable weapon when you're using it. But let's take a look at the damage profile and see if it still stacks up. When we're looking at the damage profile, the Milano does 58 damage to the head, which means it's going to take 5 shots to down a fully armored opponent. The Mac-10 does 29 damage to the head, which means it's going to take 9 shots to down a fully armored opponent. The Milano does 43 damage to the chest, which means it's going to take 6 shots to down a fully armored opponent. And the Mac-10 does 24 damage to the chest, which means it's going to take 11 shots to down a fully armored opponent. Now keep in mind, both of these weapons do have a damage fall off, the Milano at 21 meters and the Mac-10 at 15.5 meters. Now let's jump into the time to kill. If you're hitting all of your headshots, the Milano is going to down a fully armored opponent in 475 milliseconds compared to the Mac-10, which is going to do that in 479 milliseconds. The TTK, if you're hitting all of your chest shots, for the Milano is 579 milliseconds, and for the Mac-10 it's 587 milliseconds. Now keep in mind that you do need to hit at least 3 headshots to reduce your time to kill from that standard 579 milliseconds to 475 milliseconds. With the Mac-10, you do have to hit at least 2 to 3 headshots to reduce your time to kill to 533 milliseconds. All right, taking a look at the recoil pattern, we have the Milano on the left and the Mac-10 on the right. We can see with the Milano, it does like a weird N shape after that first 10 to 15 bullets where the recoil pattern is pretty much vertical, and then it goes off into the right slightly, but it does remain vertical after that weird N-shaped recoil pattern. The Mac-10 is a little bit sporadic because we are not using an underbarrel here, but you're going to be primarily using this at close range, so most of your shots are going to be hitting that chest head area. This is a very forgiving weapon, the Mac-10, with that insane, incredible rate of fire. All right guys, let's jump into the situational use. All right, so for the situational use, primarily you're going to want to be using the Milano at close range and the Mac-10 also at close range. You're going to want to use the Mac-10 to take on maybe one enemy at a time because that rate of fire is incredibly fast, and if you burn through your ammo, you don't want to get stuck in that weird reload animation taking on multiple enemies. With the Milano, it's a different story. It can down fully armored opponents in 5 to 6 shots, and so with that 55 round drum mag, you could definitely take on more enemies. All right guys, let's jump into the attachments real quick. For the attachments for the Milano, you're going to want to go with the agency suppressor, the task force barrel, target designator laser, the 55 round drum, and the raider stock. All right, so for the Mac-10, we're going to go with the agency suppressor, the task force barrel, the SOF target designator laser, the 50 round drum mag, and the raider stock. All right guys, so here are my final thoughts. With the new buffed Milano, honestly, it is very good and it's pretty much viable. It's definitely rised into the mid to top tier SMGs to use. However, with that slow rate of fire, it is a unforgiving weapon. It is a high skill weapon. I would say you definitely want to be able to take down enemies quickly with this weapon. So you want to hit those headshots, you want to hit those chest shots, you want to get the most optimum time to kill. With the Mac-10, it is straightforward, very forgiving, great for people who are new to the game. That rate of fire is absolutely insane. It's always going to be a reliable SMG to use. It's got good range, got good rate of fire, it's got a good time to kill. All right guys, that's it for me. As always, make sure you guys hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can find your way back for more Call of Duty content. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.